Hi, I'm Dr. Sherwana Davis, here to provide a review of the next book's movie, Maria, starring Angelina Jolie. Wow, this movie was amazing to watch. I wanted just to share just some of the psychological aspects of this movie, but to acknowledge just the creators and any and everybody who was involved with this movie, from the wardrobe to the dialogue to the music to just the historical information contained in it. It was amazing the level of detail that each person that participated in this film contributed to it. So, now with the profile of this documentary, from a psychological perspective, there were a couple of elements that I want to bring forward. The first one was in regards to this notion of what it means to be an artist, right? And we saw with Maria in this movie that her art, which is the ability to sing, was both the blessing and the curse in her life, right? Her degree of perfectionism and her need to pay attention to every detail of this art form eventually allowed her to propel to all kinds of heights, but it also played a significant role in her heartbreak and this isolation that she felt as a part of having to carry this burden of this gift that she had to be able to sing. And then when that went away, we saw the devastation that it played in her life. The other aspect of this movie was around secure attachment. Attachment is one of the most fundamental elements of the human existence. And we learn in this movie that Maria's mother and her had a volatile relationship. Her mother was really the person, per the movie, who drove her in terms of singing. And this was placed a high value on her ability to contribute to the family and to participate in the arts by her mother. So she was pushed heavily. And this caused a strain in that relationship. So that was something that really stuck out in this film, that bond that is needed for attachment. It appears from this movie that there were some severs in that bond. The next area is her longing for love, right? Because of this early wound that she filled from the relationship with her mother, she really didn't have a strong sense of self. Yeah, she had the artistry, she had all of these elements and dimensions in her personal life, in her professional life, but in her personal life, she didn't have a strong identity in who and what she was beyond the gift and her talent. And so, as she stated in the movie, her mother pushed her to sing, and then her relationship with Onassis, he forbid her to sing. And so, both of those spectrums really played a pivotal role in her life, from the overuse of her gift to the underuse of her gift. And we saw this in the different frames that we were able to witness in the movie. The other piece in this movie that was interesting is that she actually did get a source of unconditional love. And that came from the two people that worked for her staff, right? The two people that cared for her in her house. They were there to actually give her the love that she was missing in all the other parts of her life. And so that was interesting to watch. And they were able to really almost act as a mother and father to her. They seem to allude to the fact that she had some contact with some soldiers as well. And so that trauma from that contact with those soldiers early on in her life still played a key role. And it was something that she could not let go of, even as she's having the conversation with her sister in the restaurant, and her sister is trying to encourage her to basically close the chapter of that part of her life. And her sister says, close the door, right? Close the door on that strained relationship with her mother and with what she did with some of those soldiers. Her sister really encouraged her to really shut that chapter of her life and close it. But as she said, and I think this is key, it's not that easy. She said that if she closes the door to those memories, those flashing memories that she has, that it also closes the door to her gift, which is music. And so this movie was complicated. It was about a real life person, and real life is complicated. It's not some neat little picture, right? So this movie played out like an opera. It was about an opera singer, but her life really was an opera. And Angelina Jolie did an amazing job with this movie. Let me know your thoughts.